Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Sunday, February 20th, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Wright State vs Detroit. The Raiders are in 3rd place in the Horizon currently and will look to remain within the top 4 the rest of the season in order to secure one of the byes for the conference tournament. Wright State touts the most efficient offense in Horizon play this season but have had their defensive struggles. The offense was on full display in their previous meeting with Wright State, where they dropped 90. Tanner Holden and Grant Bassel are the best duo in the Horizon. They are 3rd and 4th in the league in scoring with 19.8 ppg and 18.1 ppg. Bassel holds the edge in rebounding with 8.6 rpg to Holden's 6.9 rpg. Detroit is severely undervalued coming into this game due to the way that its schedule has played out. The Titans had to play a ton of road games early in the season, but they are now reaping the benefits with a 4-game homestand to close the regular season. They have covered the spread in 5 straight home games. Our first betting pick is Detroit to win. Detroit got off to a very slow start this season, losing 6 straight games. The Titans responded with 5 wins in their next 6 games, with a lone loss coming on the road at Kent State. They have been alternating between cold and hot streaks since then, going on multiple losing streaks and winning streaks. Detroit opened a 4-game homestand on Friday night with a 60-52 win over Northern Kentucky. It will finish the regular season with games against Cleveland State and Fort Wayne next weekend. The Titans are in 7th place in the conference standings, but they are just 1 game back of 2nd place in the loss column. Our second pick is under 146.5. Temple vs Cincinnati. The Owls snapped their 2-game losing streak with a win over the Mustangs in their last game. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Bearcats, which will give them their 4th win in their last 6 games. Temple, like Cincinnati, are still trying to position for a shot at an NCAA tournament bid, so a win here will be vital. I think it is pretty much impossible to back Temple at this number on Sunday afternoon. The Owls could be missing their top 3 scorers, which would kill an offense that has already been among the worst in the country. They are facing a Cincinnati defense that ranks 10th nationally in field goal percentage. Temple is also one of the most inexperienced teams in the country, ranked number 357 out of 358 Division I teams. Our first pick is Cincinnati -6. Cincinnati got off to a 5-0 start this season and has been able to maintain that success for most of the season. The Bearcats did go through a rough patch earlier this month, losing 3 out of 4 games. They came up short against Houston, Tulsa, and Memphis. Cincinnati bounced back from that rough patch with an 85-76 win over Wichita State on Thursday night. The Bearcats will be on the road for 3 of their final 4 games of the regular season, which wraps up in 2 weeks. They are in the same spot as Temple, needing to win the conference tournament in order to make the NCAA tournament. The Owls have relied on their defense this season, as their offense is number 202 in KenPom's adjusted efficiency ratings. They are really struggling with their shooting, ranked number 327 in effective field goal percentage. Temple is shooting less than 30% from 3-point range, 46.2% from 2-point land, and 67.7% from the charity stripe. The Owls will be facing a Cincinnati defense that is number 58 in adjusted efficiency. Temple has been without leading scorer Caliph Battle since the 7th game of the season due to a season-ending injury. Second leading scorer Damian Dunn is questionable for Sunday's game with an ankle injury. Third leading scorer Jeremiah Williams is also questionable with a shoulder issue. Our second pick is under 135. East Carolina vs UCF. The East Carolina Pirates have been playing some terrible basketball lately, as they have lost 7 of their last 9 games. On the bright side, East Carolina enters this game on a bit of a high note after beating South Florida on the road by 8 points in its last game. In that game, East Carolina's defense was amazing as it only allowed 57 points while forcing the opposition into shooting just 34.4% from the floor. However, that positive result was extremely surprising since the Pirates have lost 5 of their first 7 road games. Now, East Carolina will be looking for another rare road victory with a conference game up next on Sunday. As I documented, East Carolina is pretty much down the middle on most statistics: average rebounding, average shooting, and giving up as many as they force turnovers. The one thing East Carolina does struggle with, however, is perimeter defense. They have given up well over 203 PT field goals this season, and now, as luck would have it, they venture into Central Florida to take on a team that can light it up from long range. Coupled with the fact that the Knights need a good showing in their final few games for postseason consideration, I fully expect them to bomb away. East Carolina will also have to fend with a UCF team that creates a number of turnovers. This should lead to a number of drive and kick opportunities that should result in a fair number of three-point shots. Our first pick is UCF minus 9.5 points. Both teams will have a quick turnaround for this matchup on Sunday, which should favor the home team Knights. UCF is 11-3 at home this season, compared with just 4-6 on the road. UCF is scoring 70 points per game, while giving up nearly 68. They are not a particularly effective shooting team at just 42%, but are holding their opponents to similar numbers. They have made 218 3-PT field goals on the season, a number they may be able to exploit against a coup-suspect 3-PT defense. Finally, the Knights are forcing nearly 16 turnovers per game, which might also prove to be a distinct advantage against the road team in this one. The Pirates are scoring nearly 70 points per game, while giving up 72 per contest this season. They are susceptible to the 3-PT shot, giving up 216 long balls on the season at 36% shooting. The Pirates are down the middle in almost every other category, averaging 36 rebounds, the same as their opponents. Averaging over 13 turnovers while forcing just under 13 turnovers per game, and averaging over 15 assists per game while giving up roughly the same. The UCF Knights have been playing some solid basketball lately, as they have won 2 of their last 3 games by at least 5 points. However, UCF enters this game on a bit of a low note after losing to Houston on the road by 18 points in its last game. In that game, UCF's offense was useless as it only scored 52 points, while shooting just 28.3% from the floor and just 30.8% from the three-point line. However, that lackluster offensive performance was not expected at all, since the Knights are averaging 70.1 points per game. Now, UCF's offense will be looking to wake up with another conference game up next on Sunday. UCF's most underrated player is senior forward Cheek Baktiong, who has looked decent this season, as he is averaging 7.0 points per game, along with a team-high 5.9 rebounds per game. In addition, he is averaging a team-high 1.5 blocks per game, as he has been a solid rim protector up to this point. Our second pick is over 140.5. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.